very much. Yes, I'm a longtime Boston resident, recently moved up to New Hampshire where I'm loving it very much. And I only have 5 minutes, so I have to make it brief. I do have copies of the Mayflower Compact on the in the back. And if we run out, I get another 500 or 600 at home. I'd be happy to get them to you. And this is a very important document. And I want to point out the Martins here. They've done so much to educate people about these wonderful people called pilgrims. So please make it vivid. We are Camp Constitution is a charitable trust, New Hampshire-based charitable trust. We run a 1-week-long family camp, and we have flyers for pamphlets for next year's camp. We had over 150 people at our camp in Plainfield, New Hampshire. We had some incredible instruction. We had marksmanship classes, we had martial arts, and we took a trip to the Calvin Coolidge Homestead, one of my favorite Republicans. People will ask me who was the last, before Trump, I'd say the last good Republican was Calvin Coolidge, and the last good Democrat, they had to go way back, right? It's been a while. So I get promotion material here. But I want to talk about something that some recent developments. Back in 2017, I tried to get a permit to raise the Christian flag in Boston City Hall Plaza, where they have a public access flagpole, where they fly rainbow flags and they fly communist flags. Not only do they fly communist flags of China and Cuba, but city elected officials will participate in the ceremony glorifying the communist Chinese Revolution. Believe it or not, that's how things are in Boston. Anyway, so in 2017 I was asked to be at a prayer meeting at the mayor's office. Reverend Bruce Wall had invited me. Marty Walsh was nowhere to be found by it. He had nothing to do with it. And I thought, we really need to have a stronger presence, the Christian church in Boston. And so I tried to get a permit to raise the flag. We would have a ceremony. Reverend Steve would have been discussing about the need for Christians to be involved with racial harmony. That was before the riots broke out last year. Richard Howell, some of us know Richard Howell, he's an incredible historian. He was going to talk about Boston's rich Christian history. If you ever walk around Boston Common and Boston Garden, you can't escape it. Bible verses everywhere. And we were going to have a friend of ours, Pastor William Levy, from Western Massachusetts, originally from the South Sudan, who narrowly escaped had been tortured by the Muslim government and was able to come here. He was going to talk about the blessings of liberty that he's enjoyed. So the city said no separation of church and state. That's the basis. Ironically, their city seal has a Bible verse from 1 Kings. It's in Latin, so some people miss it, and it's also on their flag. Anyway, I sent out a news release to local media about this, and no interest. Liberty Counsel, however, took the case. I was asked to contact Liberty Counsel, and the suit was filed in the following year. It takes a while for these things to happen. It made national and international news. I got a lot of support, but a lot of nasty, all these, the leftists are so easily triggered, it's beautiful. So we lost it in the First Circuit Court of Appeals. Denise Casper was the first judge we faced. She's the one that presided over Whitey Bulger's case. But she wasn't too good to Whitey, and she shouldn't have been, but she wasn't good to us either. Anyway, just September 30th, the United States Supreme Court agreed to take the case. And just yesterday, I got the word that January 18th at 10 a.m., we're going to have our first oral argument. Liberty Counsel is going to have a prayer rally at the Supreme Court the day before. That we're all going to be. You're all invited. I don't know the time yet. It'll probably be in the early afternoon, and then a reception in the back of the court. Liberty Counsel has a ministry building there in the back of the Supreme Court. So we're really excited about it. I think we're going to win this case, and I think we're going to set a precedent too. And that you can indeed fight City Hall, and you can indeed win. So please visit our website, keep us in prayer. Visit our website. We also have ladies. We call them retreats, but Rita says no, they're advances. So we have one in the spring. It's a great fellowship. We also have a learning center in Lexington where the crafts live. And if you like to shoot, I know if you belong to the gun club. If you're ever in New Hampshire, give me a shout. We have 2.5 acres. We have forest in the back and have a nice range, and you can bring whatever you want. You can shoot anything, even cannons. We actually shoot cannons. So with that, I want to thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you.